Hello, this is another class of English. My name is Oksana, and today we are going to talk about famous places of the world. We are going to talk about Statue of Liberty today. It's an interesting topic, and now let's wait for the students to come. Hello, Yuri. How are you? Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Do you hear me?
Yes,
How are you? How was your day today?
good.
How are you? How was your day today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good, great.
My name is Yuri.
Yes, nice to meet you, Yuri. Are you for the first time at this site?
I was third time at this time.
A few times.
Third
Okay.
time.
First time, for the first time. So that's great. How long have you been studying English?
I finished university at 2012.
Yes.
Uh, English-German faculty.
And where are you from?
I'm from Izmail, Ukraine.
From Ismail. That's great. I'm happy to see you at today's class, and we are going to talk about traveling today. Do you like to travel?
It's my dream, but I know enough money to travel.
I hope that in future you'll be able to have lots of money and travel all over the world, and all the Ukrainians will be able to do it. I hope so. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Evgeny, hello, how are you? Do you hear us? I think Evgeny is only listening today. And, well, what are you by profession, Yuri?
What?
What are you by profession? What's your profession?
I'm a teacher.
A teacher. That's
But
great.
didn't work as a teacher.
So what subject do you teach?
I didn't work as a teacher now.
Yes, you don't work as a teacher now.
Yes.
But you have graduated from the university, and what specialty do you have?
A teacher of English and German. And как бы зарубежная литература.
And foreign literature.
Foreign
So
literature.
that's great. I've got the same specialty as you do. That's really great. I've graduated from Ternopil Pedagogical University, and I've got the same specialty as you do. And I'm very happy to meet my colleague today. I hope that today we are going to have an interesting class because you'll support me. I think that you'd like to improve your English a little bit. Am I right?
What?
I think that you are going to improve your English and to have some practice.
Yes.
Do you talk and communicate with the foreigners?
Sometimes, but now I find them. But I didn't know any sites where can I practice for
I can
them.
practice.
I didn't know sites
I
where
don't
I
know.
can
I
practice
don't
for
know.
them.
So it is in general. I don't know any sites where I can practice. Yes, I think that this is a good site, and you'll make a choice of by yourself after practicing at some classes. There are very good and in fact brilliant teachers who are English speakers from another country, from different countries, and I think you'll like it. Okay. And now I'm going to give you a handout. It's about the Statue of Liberty. Okay, it's in the chat box. Tell me if you can share it.
I see that. I
Can
open this document.
Yes. Can you open the link?
I open this document.
This document, okay, that's great. Good. I see that we've got one more student. This is Alexander. Hello, Alexander. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Great. Thank you. Super. What have you been doing today, Alexander? What have you been doing? How was your day? Did you go to work?
Yes, I have been working as usual all day.
Mm-hmm. Are you tired or
No,
not?
no, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. So today we are going to talk about famous places of the world, and we are going to talk about Statue of Liberty in particular. Well, what do you know about Statue of Liberty?
I don't know what is it.
You do. I'm going to give you a handout. Please share the link and open it. Okay?
State of Liberty. Ah, yes.
Yes, you do. So you remember about it, I'm sure.
Yes, I saw it.
Yes, okay. Let's discuss a few questions. Pre-reading warm-up activities. Question number 1. Alexander, you're welcome to read.
One moment.
Mm-hmm.
Question: have you ever been to New York? If so, have you seen the Statue of Liberty?
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Yes, but the answer? Your answer first.
I have never been to New York. Have I ever seen the State of Liberty? Just in TV.
On TV.
On TV.
Yes, what about you, Yuri?
Yes,
Have you been
I'm
to?
too. I'm only see State of Liberty on TV,
On
only on
TV.
TV,
Mm-hmm.
and only in my books.
Yes, I see. Thank you. Question number 2. Look at the picture of Statue of Liberty below. How tall do you think it is?
Below?
It is for Yuri. How tall is it?
I don't know parameters of. I don't remember the parameters of this State of Liberty.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alexander? Do you have any ideas about it?
As I googled, it's 46 meters of statue.
Mm-hmm.
And
40,
40,
400,
not 46 meters.
46 meters. Yes, 46 meters. Okay, thank you. Good. Next question. Do you know where the Statue of Liberty was built, Alexander?
I don't know.
Any ideas? Yuri, what do you think?
Didn't it built? Sorry, haven't it built in New York? No.
No, it wasn't built in New York.
It was built in another place.
In another place. Yes, you're right.
И как было, и была перевезена, я забыл, как сказать на
Yes.
Sorry.
It was shipped to New York. Yes, you're right. And the next question. Do you know? So, how old do you think the Statue of Liberty is, Yuri?
How old? Maybe 60 years.
60 years or so. Alexander, do you agree?
I don't know. It was built. I don't know. I haven't time to find it.
Try to guess. Not try to find, but try to guess.
Okay, maybe
10, 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Maybe 69, no, maybe 59.
59 years ago. Something like that. Okay. And the last question, number 5. What kind of public statues are there in your city or town? What do they represent, Yuri?
We have Shevchenko.
Yes.
Суворов.
Mm-hmm.
Тучков.
Monument to Taras Shevchenko. Monument to Suvorov, right?
Monument to Тучков.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's great. And
where
now,
are you from, Yuri? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Alexander asked you, where are you from?
I'm from Izmir, That's the region Ukraine.
Oh, Ukraine. Okay.
And Alexander, where are you from?
I'm from Ulyanovsk, Russia.
Yes. Great. And now let's read the text. Alexander, you're going to start. You're welcome.
Text. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is found at the entrance to New York Harbor on a small island known as Liberty Island. The official name of this copper and steel structure is Liberty Enlightening
the world.
The statue is of a woman with a book in one hand and a torch held high in her other hand. It stands on top of a giant pedestal. The entire structure is 305 feet tall from the ground to the tip of the torch.
Yes, okay, thank you. Yuri, you're welcome to go on.
The statue was a gift from the people of France to the people of the United States to celebrate America's independence and its democratic way of life. It has come to represent political freedom for new immigrants to America and is known around the world. Ordinary citizens of both countries paid for the project by donating to fundraising campaigns. American people paid for the pedestal and French people paid for the statue.
Yes, thank you, well done. Thank you, well done. Good of you, Alexander, go on, please.
Construction began in the 1880s. The statue was built in France and then broken down into 350 pieces, which were packed in 214 crates and shipped to the United States in July 1884. The ship arrived in New York Harbor a year later. It took 4 months to put the statue back together and place it on top of the pedestal.
Yes, thank you, well done. Yuri, you're welcome.
The completed statue and pedestal were dedicated by United States President Grover Cleveland on October 28, 1886. A million people attended the parade and other festivities that were held that day to celebrate the event. In October 1924, the Statue of Liberty became a national monument. In 1965, Ellis Island, a famous New York entry point for new immigrants to the United States, became a part of this national site. In 1982, the statue was restored at cost of $87 million, and in 1984, the United Nations named it in a World Heritage Site.
Yes, you're right, thank you. Now, comprehension check. True or false? Read the statements below. If the statement is true, write T beside the sentence. If it is false, write S. If it is false, correct the information. So, true or false statements. Let's read them and find out what we know about it. Alexander, the first one, you're welcome.
The Statue of Liberty was a present to the Americans from the people of France.
Do you agree? Is it true or false?
Was a present. Maybe it's true.
It's true, yes. Yuri, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yuri, you're welcome. The second.
The pedestal is 305 feet tall. It's false.
False. Can you correct the information? How tall is it?
There are no information about pedestal, right?
About the whole statue?
It's true.
Okay, the next, Alexander.
Both American and French
people
contributed to the cost of the statue.
Yes.
What does contributed?
Contributed. So all of them paid their part.
Contributed to the cost of the statue. Maybe it's false.
It is true.
It's true.
Both American and French people contributed. Сделали свой взнос. To contribute. Yes. Делать взнос в что-то. To contribute to the cost of the statue.
But in first statement was said that it's a present to Americans from the people of France.
Yes, you're right, but American people were establishing the statue and they were doing some sort of work. So it's not only a present, but also a work. So number 4. 4. Yuri?
The Statue of Liberty is located on Ellis Island.
Do you agree that the Statue of Liberty is located on Ellis Island?
Yes, I am agree.
I agree. What about you, Alexander? Do you think that it is true?
It was located on Liberty Island.
Liberty Island, yes. Okay.
It's false.
False, yes. Alexander, number 5.
The Statue of Liberty is both a national monument and a World Heritage Site. I don't know. Maybe false.
So we've got the monuments and statues that belong to the World Heritage Site. These places are very important for all the humanity. And all the human beings, all people around the world cherish these monuments, statues, buildings, and so on and so forth. They are called the World Heritage. Can you translate it? The World Heritage?
No.
A world? Can you translate this word?
World.
Мир. Yes. Heritage. To inherit. To have something from your parents. To inherit. And heritage? Can you translate it? Can you guess the translation, Alexander?
Наследство. Наследие.
Наследие. Наследие, yes. Мировое наследие, yes. You're right. Okay. Good. So about this question, the Statue of Liberty is both a national monument and a World Heritage Site. Do you agree that it is so? Yuri?
I am agree.
I agree. Without M. I agree.
Agree.
I agree. Yes, it is true. Thank you. Good. Next exercise, practice asking and answering the following questions with your partner. Let's ask and answer questions. Yuri for Alexander and Alexander for Yuri. Yuri, you're welcome to start.
Where is the Statue of Liberty located?
The Statue of Liberty located is located on Liberty Island.
Yes, you're right. Now the question for Yuri.
What materials were used to make the statue?
Yes, Yuri, you're welcome. What about materials? Can you guess?
Didn't find.
Yes.
This material.
So, copper and steel. Do you know the translation of these words? Copper, медь, and steel.
Сталь.
Сталь, yes. Железо, сталь. Yes, okay, thank you. Good. The next.
Describe the Statue of Liberty.
For Alexander, you're welcome.
Describe Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is 300 and 5 feet tall from the ground.
Okay.
It is woman with a book in one hand and a torch held a torch
in the other.
In the other.
In the other, yes. Okay. Great. Another question. 4.
Why did the people of France give the Statue of Liberty to the Americans?
Yes, you're welcome.
The people of France give the statue.
Gave
To the people of the United States the Liberty statue because America celebrates independence.
Independence, yes.
And it's a democratic way of life.
Yes, thank you. Well done. Question number 5 for Alexander.
What has the statue come to represent to new immigrants to America?
Alexander, you're welcome.
What has the statue come
to represent to new immigrants?
I don't understand question. Что статуя принесла, что ли? Нет, что пришла?
Представляла собой для новых иммигрантов в Америке. Это был символ. It was a symbol. Am I right?
I don't know.
It represented the political freedom of people.
It has come to represent political freedom.
Political freedom of people. Next question for Yuri. You're welcome.
How was the statue
transported
from France to United States?
Yes. Yuri, you're welcome. How was the statue transported from France to United States?
Broken down into 350 pieces, which were packed in 214 crates and
shipped.
And by ship.
Yes.
By sea on the ship.
And shipped to the US. To the United States.
In July 1884.
Well done. Thank you. Good answer. Question number 7 for Alexander.
Why did Ellis Island become part of the same national site in which the Statue of Liberty is located?
I can't find information about Ellis site.
Because it was the famous entry point for new immigrants to the US. So when the immigrants came to the United States, the first island they came to was the, what kind of island? Ellis Island. And that's why it became a symbol for them of political liberty and the first thing that they could see in the USA. Yes. Okay. And now vocabulary review. Choose the words from the closest meaning to the underlined words in the following sentences. Here we have to find the synonyms for the underlined words. Number 1. Alexander, you're welcome.
The Statue of Liberty stands on top of a giant
pedestal. Yes. Building, support or base, rock.
Yes, I think.
What is the best, the closest in the meaning?
Maybe support or
base. Or base. Yes, you're right. Good of you. You read the second.
The statue is of a woman with a torch in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
With
a book or a burning light.
A book?
No, a torch is a burning light.
Burning light.
Fackel. Torch. Yes, a burning light. Okay. Alexander, the next one, number 3.
The entire structure is 305 feet tall. And I don't know entire.
So entire, when we take everything in general.
Whole.
whole, yes, you're right. The whole structure is 305 feet tall. You're welcome. The next, Yuri.
Ordinary citizens help to pay for the statue. French citizens help pay for the statue.
No, so ordinary people, ordinary citizens. What kind of?
All.
It is.
All. Still parents.
Ordinary, no. Normal, not special. It is
normal.
ordinary. Ordinary.
Normal,
yes.
Not special.
Yeah, right. Okay. The next one, Alexander.
Ordinary citizens donated to fundraising
campaigns.
Fundraising campaigns. I don't know what is it. I don't know any of them.
They sponsored to fundraising to raise money. They sponsored. They helped to raise money in campaigns. Worked hard. Helped to build a statue. Gave to activities that collected money. It is C. Gave to the activities that collected money. Yuri, you're welcome. 6.
The pieces of the statue were packed in ships.
Ships, yes. Okay, next one, Alexander.
The Statue of Liberty is found at the entrance to New York Harbor.
City, state, or inlet of the sea or ocean.
Inlet of the sea or ocean.
A. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Yuri. The Statue of Liberty is a national monument.
Monument.
What is the best word suitable here? What is the synonym for the word monument?
Something important.
Something important. Monument. It is. Что такое монумент? Monument.
A statue or building in memory of something.
Yes, I agree with you completely. Yeah, right. Thank you, Alexander. Number 9.
Ellis Island is part of this national site. Maybe
story,
place.
picture, or place.
Place.
Yes. And number 10. Yuri?
The Statue of Liberty is a World Heritage Site. The Statue of Liberty is a World Important Site.
No, something coming from the past. Heritage, наследие. Something coming from the past. Do you remember?
Yes, something coming from the...
Okay. And now I'd like you to take a list of paper and a pen. We are going to listen a little passage about the Statue of Liberty and its history. So get ready to write and take some notes. Good? Tell me if you're ready.
Sorry, what are we going to do?
Take a pen and a list of paper. We are going to take notes from what you hear. You'll listen to a short passage about the history of the Statue of Liberty. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
On modern marvels. Sir Edward. Could a government of the people survive this brutal conflict which included the murder of its most beloved leader? That America survived this historic crucible became an inspiration around the world and was felt most keenly in France, where artists and intellectuals admired the American fortitude. It was during an 1865 dinner party in the Paris home of Professor Edouard de la Boulaye that the idea was first suggested. Create a monument to honor America on its 100th anniversary as the cradle of liberty. It would be designed by one of the dinner guests, Frederic Auguste Bartholdi, to express the admiration of the French people. At the same time, it would serve as a public slap in the face to Napoleon III, the reigning French monarch who had no taste for the intellectual liberty of his own countrymen. Bartholdi was an old hand at creating such monuments. The arc of his career suggested that this female representation of liberty would be a triumphant crescendo. As an artist, he reflected the unique sensibilities of his age.
The period in which she was created, and the second half of the last century, was an enormously gigantic period of bravado and symbolism in the architecture of cities, in literature, in art. It was a period of great bursting out.
Bartholdi's early sketches captured the work's ultimate attitude and pose, but it was the image of his mother's stern face which supplied the enigmatic expression. The final work would be called the Statue of Liberty Enlightening the World, and its size would mirror the mammoth proportions of the New World itself. It would stretch over 305 feet high. The figure would be composed of 450,000 pounds of hammered copper plates, enough metal to press 30 million pennies. The nose would be 4.5 feet long, each eye 2.5 feet wide, the face more than 17 feet from chin to brow. Over 300 metal plates were needed to complete the figure, designed to interlock in an artistic technique called repousser. Monsieur Serge Pascal is one of the few remaining artisans who still perform the technique.
Le tailleur de pierre, lui, va travailler dans la masse.
The sculptor is going to work with a mass.
De sa masse, de son bloc.
He's going to create his work from a block of stone.
Faire évoluer cette forme.
Whereas we give a flat sheet a definite shape that looks like something.
It was his company that recently worked with American crews to restore the statue. It begins by using a plumb-bob pointing system to form giant plaster replicas of the model design.
Thank you for listening. Well, Yuri?
It was a lot of information.
There was a lot of information about the Statue of Liberty. And what do you remember from the listening?
Inspiration of я не успел записать.
Yes, you're right. What else do you remember?
To express the operation.
Okay. What else?
A representation of liberty.
Yes. Alexander, what do you remember from the listening?
I remember, if I'm not wrong, statue cost 50,000 pounds.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Something else? Anything else?
Appearance is created. Expression, yes. New word itself. 45 compare places.
Mm-hmm.
The face complete the figure.
Yes, you're right.
With artistic, with looks like something.
Yes, okay. Alexander, what else do you remember from the listening passage?
Nothing.
Nothing else. Yuri, anything else to add?
No. Biggest information and not right all information.
Mm-hmm. And it was difficult to remember everything about it. Okay. Do you remember the most important facts about the Statue of Liberty? How tall is it, and
how it's the same as in the text, 305 feet
high.
high.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you completely. Good review. And now let's find out the words that we do not know from the active vocabulary. From the text. So, a torch. I'd like you to give a short explanation of it. So what is it? A torch. Can you define it in English or translate into Russian or Ukrainian? Alexander, you're welcome.
A torch?
Mm-hmm.
Torch, maybe it's по-русски факел, может быть?
Факел, you're right, yes. The next word for you to remember is entire. Yuri? You're welcome.
Entire. What is it in Russian?
In Russian or in English, can you give a synonym to it?
Entire. High meters.
The whole, yes? Entire. Including the whole, yes. Okay, the next word is ordinary. Alexander?
Ordinary, обычный.
Yes. Can you give an English explanation of this word?
Ordinary. Ordinary citizens, it's
plain citizens. Yes,
sorry,
you're right.
plain?
Plain. Mm-hmm.
What is it, plain?
Plain, the same as ordinary, обычные, простые. Ordinary, plain. Okay. The next word combination is donating to fundraising campaigns. Yuri?
I know just two.
Fundraising campaign.
Mm-hmm. Donating for campaigns. So gathering money. The next word combination is crates. The word crates. Alexander, you're welcome.
Crates, okay, boxes used for transportation. Containers, maybe containers.
Yes, okay. The next, harbor.
Harbor.
I write in New York Harbor a year later.
Бухта.
Yes, гавань, yes.
Гавань.
The next, monument. Yuri, you're welcome.
Monument. State of Liberty monument.
Monument, yes. State of Liberty, statue, monument. Yeah, right. The next is site. Can you give the synonym for it?
Place.
Site, place. Site is the place.
Place.
Okay. Heritage. Alexander, you're welcome.
Heritage, наследие.
Наследие. Okay. Good. And now I'd like you to discuss a topic traveling a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Where is it?
So, Yuri, the first question to you. Have you ever been abroad?
I was abroad only in Moscow in 2007.
Did you like it?
Yes.
What surprised you most of all in that city?
What surprised?
What surprised you most of all?
Maybe Red Square.
Red Square, yes. Alexander,
I was at close there.
I see. Alexander, have you been to Moscow?
Yes, I have been to Moscow.
What did you like most of all in this city?
Maybe metro.
Underground.
Underground.
So we've got two words, underground and subway. Subway is an American variant, and underground is a British variant.
Okay.
Okay, and what else did you like in this city? Where did you go?
Big buildings. I was just in a railway station, and Red Square.
Red Square.
Yes, and in the посольство.
Embassy.
Embassy. Yes.
Okay, good, great. So what other countries and cities have you visited, Alexander? I know that you've been to Germany, am I right?
Yes, I have been to Germany and France.
And France.
Yes.
So what cities did you visit?
I visited Paris in France and Frankfurt, Marburg and Garmisch in Germany.
So what did you like more, France or Germany?
Germany.
Germany? Why?
Yes. I like people there and peaceful houses, fields,
Nature.
good, great roads. And I don't like people in Paris. I don't know about whole France, but in Paris, I like just city buildings, but I don't like moving in the city. It's too noisy and crowded.
Too crowded.
Too
Yes.
crowded, yes. It's like in Moscow.
People hurrying from one place to another, lots of shops to visit, and little malls and big ones, and supermarkets. What about shops? Where are they better, in Germany or in France?
I have been in different shops in Germany, and I'm more like shops in Germany. I was in one shop in France. It was beautiful, but nothing interesting. And buildings, shop buildings in Germany, I like more.
I liked shops in Germany more. I see. Yes. Okay, Yuri, what about you? Would you like to ask a question to Alexander about his travels?
On what cities do you travel? In Germany.
In what city? Frankfurt, Marburg, Garmisch, and that's all.
Maybe it was a beautiful nature of this.
Nature. Yes, when I traveled to south of Germany, it was mountains, Alps. It was very beautiful.
Yes, Alps. So Alps are really very beautiful. They are in France, in Germany, and in Switzerland, and they are really magnificent. And do you like skiing and skating? Did you have a chance to go skiing?
No, I was there in summer. I don't like travel at winter. I think next traveling will be at summer too.
Okay, where are you going to have a next vacation? Where would you like to travel next, Alexander?
I would like to travel to the Europe. I want to visit my relatives in Germany again, and I want to visit from Paris again, and I want to see other countries, maybe Spain, maybe Italy, maybe both of them.
So what country is on the first place that you'd like to visit first of all?
I'm going to drive to the Europe, and first country after abroad will be Polsha. How to say?
Poland. Poland.
Poland, yes.
Mhm.
And then it will be Germany. And then I don't know.
Okay, so Poland is going to be on the first place on your travel vacations next time. That sounds really great. Yuri, what about you? Would you like to start your holidays with visiting Poland or another country?
I want to visit British. It's my
Britain,
dream.
Great Britain.
Britain.
Mhm.
Britain and Belgium.
Why would you like to go there?
Because there are a lot of monuments. I like English culture.
Yes.
I have a book
Mhm.
about cultures. I study in university.
That's great. That's really great. So that's why you've got a good motivation to visit Great Britain. I see. What about Belgium?
Belgium. I read about this country. There are a lot of monuments, great nature, a lot of interesting museums, and I want to visit it.
I see. That's great. So, Alexander, aren't you afraid to go abroad alone, or would you like to have a friend or a relative to go with?
I traveled alone, and it's it's a little bit boring to travel alone,
Mhm.
and I would like to take somebody. It will be better to travel with company.
To share the impressions, to see the new places, and to get around the city is quite interesting when you have got a companion. So I agree with you completely. What about you, Yuri? Do you like to travel alone or do you prefer company?
Maybe with my mother or alone. I have a friend, but he works in Lvov. Maybe we together go some. I must make как бы загранпаспорт,
Foreign passport?
foreign test,
Mhm.
and then I want to go to Britain.
I see. So, could you live in another country for the rest of your life? Yuri?
Я забыл главное. The rest of your life. Я забыл, как на русском.
Народ, people. People, народ.
Не, the rest of your life.
The rest. So,
Оставшийся.
до конца жизни. Вы бы хотели прожить в другой какой-то стране?
Yes, maybe it was. I like to live for the rest of my life in Britain or in Luxembourg.
I see. Thank you for your advice.
It's difficult to live, to go to there, but it's my dream.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What about Ukraine? What do you think? Is it better to stay here or to go abroad?
To go abroad.
To go abroad. It's clear.
Because it's not a good situation now in our country.
I understand. Okay. What about you, Alexander? What do you think? Could you stay in another country for the rest of your life, or just have a short visit and come back?
When I traveled last time, I understood that I want just to sightsee different countries, but I want to live just in my country.
Yes, I understand you completely. So, staying in your country is more important for you than staying abroad. Okay. The next question is for Yuri. Describe the most interesting person you met while your travels, while you've been traveling. Yuri, do you remember the interesting person from your travels?
No, I don't remember interesting person.
Maybe in Moscow, while you've been traveling to Moscow. Maybe you've met someone interesting for you to that
No.
you've remembered? No? Alexander,
No.
what about you? Do you have
Many,
a good or some not so good memories about a person that you met abroad?
when I was in Germany, all people was
Where?
good,
Where?
were good.
Mhm.
They were friendly. They smiled, and with somebody I tried to speak English, and they do
Answered
it.
answered you back
Yes,
and were
yes,
also speaking English with you, and it was nice.
yes. It
Yes.
was my first experience to practice English with foreign
With
people.
foreigners, with foreign people. Yes, okay. And the question to you, Yuri, what is your best trip and what is your worst trip? Can you describe it to us?
The first trip,
Best and the worst.
best maybe in Moscow trip,
Worst.
but I
Yes.
haven't worst trip.
Yes, okay. What about you, Alexander? Can you describe the best and the worst trip?
The
Of
best
yours?
trip, of course, was traveling to the Europe and
To Europe.
to Europe. Yes, and the worst, I don't know. Maybe to Moscow, because I haven't seen a lot of city. I just waiting for a train in Kazan Vokzal, or sorry, railway station. I didn't like this terminal of railway station. Maybe other is better. I don't know.
Have you ever been in a difficult situation while traveling, Yuri?
No, I never been in this situation when I traveling.
I was traveling. What about you, Alexander?
Oh, when I was in France and I was going to go back to Germany, it will be difficult because my train broken down and
Broke down. It was difficult because my train broke down. Yes.
down. Yes, and I had to speak with staff of railway station to understand how to get home.
I understand. Okay. What do you think is the best means of transport? Car, airplane, or train, or something like that? What is the safest and the most dangerous one? Yuri, what do you think?
I think bicycle is the most
The safest means of transport?
safe
The safest.
and useful for health.
Okay, thank you.
And train and airplane is the most dangerous.
Okay.
And the ship. And the ship.
Ship also dangerous one. Alexander, what about you? What's your favorite means of transport?
My favorite transport is airplane.
Do you think that it is the safest one?
I think it's the safest, yes.
And what are the most dangerous means of transport?
The most
Your point of view
dangerous,
about this?
I think it is cars.
Car is the most dangerous means of transport, you think?
Yes.
Okay. So, if you had to travel for your vacation for a very short period of time, what country would you choose? Alexander?
Sorry, for me, could you repeat the question?
For a short-term holiday, what country would you choose for a short-term holiday? To spend your vacations?
A lot of country, I don't know. Maybe some of small country.
What do you prefer more, mountains or the sea?
I prefer, I think, mountains. Maybe mountains.
Do you like mountaineering?
Sorry?
Do you like mountaineering?
What is it?
Going to the mountains.
I like walking, but not climbing to the rocks.
What about hiking? Do you like it?
Hiking, what is it?
This is traveling from one car to another car. You stop the car and the car is giving you a lift and you go away and then you stop another car and...
No, I don't like this
type of traveling?
Type of traveling, yes. And I think it's not safety.
It's not safe.
It's not safe, yes.
What about you, Yuri? Do you agree that hiking is not a safe kind of traveling?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with Alexander.
Okay. So what country would you choose for your vacations? Country with the sea or country with the mountains?
Country with the sea and mountains.
So in general, both. You'd like to combine both. Okay, good. So today we had a chance to learn some active vocabulary from the topic of the Statue of Liberty. We have discussed the aspects of traveling and summed up what is the best means of transport and where is the best place to have holidays. And maybe you've got the questions to ask, Alexander, Yuri?
Oksana, where have you been? Where did you travel?
I traveled to Switzerland. When I was at school, I had a chance to be in Switzerland. I've spent a month there with my parents, and it was an unforgettable travel for me. It really gave me a start for learning languages and being an interpreter and being a teacher of a foreign language. I liked interpreting and meeting lots of people of different nationalities and different cultures. It was very exciting for me. It was the first travel in my life, and I remembered it for the rest of my life. And Switzerland was really a marvelous and splendid place for me to visit. I've been in Bern, in Lausanne, and in Zurich, and some little villages. I don't remember now. And it was really unforgettable travel for me, and I liked it really very much. And it was nice. It was really nice for me. I dream to visit United States, and I'd like to visit Great Britain, and I'd like to travel around Europe if I have a chance. Maybe in future I'll go there. I'd like to travel with my family because traveling together is much better than traveling alone. And I think it's going to be an unforgettable experience for me. Okay, maybe some more questions? Yuri, Alexander?
No, I can't.
No? Okay, then I thank you for participation in today's discussion. I invite you to my future classes. Wish you a good evening, to have a good evening today, and bye for now.
Good evening. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.